One take, one take. Hey all you guys, this is Derek Sigafoo coming at you with yet another demo review. This is the first one actually I've done in a while, at least, especially this year. Currently the team I'm playing with this year is goofb. I'm playing with them as engineer. Currently we're ranked, I believe, 6 in North America in Platinum Division. Just below the 5th place team, Morimoto, I think, something like that. And then we're actually playing the 4th place team, and that's 92, I believe 92 The Dream is the name. And so that's who we're going to be playing today out on Lakeside. Of course, I'm going to be playing Engineer here. And Lakeside, before we kind of get into the match, is a really interesting map because I find that no matter what strategy you come into the game with, it's all about how you adapt and how you adapt to the other team's playstyle, because no strategy can be foolproof, and they all can be countered. And we'll kind of see how this comes out here, guys. But sit back, have some fun. This is an incredibly great, incredibly close matchup, and we'll get it underway. So thank you so much for watching. Right, let's play it up. So starting out here, initially I was running the short circuit for when I was playing is against our last scrim, but I was finding that the short circuit, I was finding difficult times to use it. And I really, I think that on, what's it called, when it comes to, when it comes to putting down a teleport and stuff like that, I'd like to do that right away. But it really depends, like, on the game, how it's progressing and whatnot. As our medic gets picked here after the soldier came from behind, I'm at least able to trade with him, but still losing your medic early on is not that great. So yeah, I mean, come out here, I mean, at least the teleporter was up, but it gets taken out right away by the spy. So again, so if you think about it, if the spy goes out of their way to take down the teleporter, then what use was it? It would have been better, much better for me just to have a gun up right away and a dispenser than it is a teleporter. So I'm just going to teleporter down because I can grab this ammo to put down a gun, and then kind of re-push from here. It's going to get taken out pretty easily, I think, so I put it up a little bit passively and start to try to just aggress onto the point as it's currently captured by 92 Dream. So you can see here the sniper, anytime you can shoot the sniper to throw off their aim is a good thing. I believe the engineer was called out on our bats here. Take down his gun and grab some health here, and we're going to start to re-push onto the point though. So the engineer and soldier, so this engineer that I'm playing against today, his playstyle is basically to play as passively as possible. I kind of try to find somewhere in the middle ground, but it's ultimately like who has a better one is kind of hard to say. Able to get a kill there, but didn't realize that the other entire enemy team was just pushing completely forward, and I probably shouldn't have dropped off bats there. That was my mistake. I wanted to go get that med pack, but I probably should have been a little bit more aware of my surroundings. So coming back up with a quick respawn here, we still have not captured the point. And I think I'm going to try to switch over to push more onto the pool side. I just haven't really been able to have a good life yet. I mean, I've basically died. I don't even know if I've gotten, I don't think I've gotten a single, and I've got a couple kills so far, but, pushing into the pool is really hard. They have a passive sentry gun. They have 3 people playing, and their soldier plays incredibly passively as well. And this right there, that's a stupid death to take. I was hoping just to trade with the soldier. Ultimately, he did die. But it's like, okay, I just died, but for what? I got a dispenser down at least. We were able to get the point. But now I'm also going to be on a long respawn, and this time I would have been able to put up a teleporter or something. So I don't know how much. I think I was just at that point maybe tilting a little bit, maybe not thinking clearly. I do decide to go over to short circuit maybe to help myself out in these 1v1s against the soldier, maybe to help push us in there. We'll see. The scout is really aggressive here, and he barely gets away, and he's able to get the med pack. I go down after the spy headshots me, and the joy of Ambassador, So, again here, just another quick death, not really getting much out of it. I don't know if I was too aggressive there. It was mostly just nice play by their spy. And honestly, I probably should have killed that scout. I think I didn't get as good of shots as I could have onto him. So coming down here, we're down the point, down a minute. They're currently capping. See the spy. At least get a gun down. I can always move it up if I need to. And that'll at least cover some of the point there. I decided to try to, so one of the things I started to do, actually, here's a sniper. I'm just going to try to trade for him. No, I decided not to rush him. I think I was trying to be a little bit better about my life. And trying to use a short circuit, but the short circuit is hard to use if you don't see the projectiles. And that's why I find it's like I'm using short circuit. I usually want to be like, I have a really good perspective, and I was finding it really hard to use on Lakeside because you won't see the projectile until like the absolute last second, and then just, it's like it's too late to use it. So again, my buildings are being focused down. I haven't been able to like keep anything up. The dispenser's been up. I guess that's the only good thing. But just gonna use the short circuit here. Soldier wisely chooses not to push me there. And I want to get in here because the soldier's not thinking about me. The spy's not thinking about me. But there's a soldier again. I'm trying to think about what I want to do. It might be better just to help my team on point. Here's a soldier again. Don't have the short circuit out. Easily die to him. Maybe I should have the short circuit out when pushing onto the point to defend him. But first round goes down, and just a pretty just a bad round by me. I mean, if you think about any life that round, I don't think I had a single quality life that entire round. I never made it contributed and stuff like that, and it probably would have been better for me to play more passive in that situation. I just never really had value into my life, so I didn't put down an entrance this time around. I wanted to come out with full ammo, get a nice early kill here, and the spy gets a kill onto my soldier, sadly, and I'm going to be put into kind of an awkward spot here. So this is what the engineer does a lot. He likes to put down passive sentries and then kind of slowly push into there. But we get pushed out by Vanilla. I believe he's actually an old sigafoo member. As we kind of get flanked, as my combo just kind of died on point there. So again, just, you know, it was a better push there, better idea, but ultimately got taken down. So we're going to put down an entrance and just run out. We should be able to grab the ammo pack here and probably grab the one over there. Actually, what am I going to do here? So I'm going to put up a teleporter on this side, which actually is one of my, I kind of enjoy that teleporter spot. I might go for dispenser as well. I think we're trying to go more aggressive in the pool side. So I kind of put down just a passive sentry gun just to kind of get one up, try to contest anybody who's pushing in here, get a dispenser up as well. This dispenser can be pretty good if you actually get people supporting it. But they're doing a good job of focusing down my guns here. So we don't control the point. I figure to just push onto the demo. He was actually called to be fairly lit. And trading my life there is actually pretty useful. It got the force out of the medic because he didn't want to drop ODB, who had a fucking just insane game. Their demo man is incredibly good. Really carries their team. But I got the force off on the medic. Or got the medic to force to not drop ODB, which then allowed us to re-push back onto the point. So ultimately, my life being traded there was pretty good. Trying to get the teleporter up again. My dispenser should go down eventually here. Just a little bit low, and then again. He switched off there, which was incredibly good. Sticky to pipe, and I couldn't get it quick enough. And I think I switched back to pistol after this life because I just got so frustrated after that death. I'm like I got owned there. Like, he just wrecked me. So they recapped the point pretty easily. We're not having very good point presence. So I'm trying to get my teleporter up here. This is, I mean, there's no real reason not to. A level 1 teleporter is shit, basically. I mean, it's going to be like, what, like 10 seconds between level 2. And this is one where it's like I get a little bit over-aggressive. I think I'm just getting a little bit frustrated in my playstyle. And you can see here, just bad decision-making. That is just right there. I should have sold the mini-sentry. I should have sold that as a disadvantage. Just back up. Just not push into there. But as I said, I'm definitely getting a little bit frustrated in my playstyle, and it's causing me to be a little bit more suicidal than what I should be doing. So come back up here, have the teleporter up. Finally got that down. I should get a dispenser up this life. Yep, get that down and get gun up. So finally doing that. Gonna start to poke onto this point. I should if I can. Combo's holding here, but just trying to get out some damage. I'm just trying to keep myself alive more than anything else. So again, they're doing a pretty good job of holding on to this point. They're holding kind of behind Obelisk. Get my dispenser up. And we just need to get cap time. They do get popped here. I'm not sure if we have the Uber ready on our side. No, we actually lose Drake in the process. So no medic. Teleporter should go down here. Jesus gets taken out. That's almost a wipe pretty much. As they push with Uber advantage. And just kind of take all of us out. So we're going to come back up here. 30 seconds left on the clock, but we're already got our backs against the wall. So this is going to definitely be difficult there. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we really knew how bad of a disadvantage we're at. Our positioning was definitely really bad, and they did a really good job capitalizing off of that. So we're going to get a teleporter up. I mean, if we're going to win this round, we need a teleporter up. It's absolutely essential, even though for the next 10 seconds it doesn't matter. But to maintain the point, you need to have a teleporter up for you to control the point because your respawns are twice as slow when you control the point. So we're able to recapture this, get the dispenser, or sorry, that engineer's here, able to get him down, and then keeping this passive sentry up. And also, he was using the soldier was using the is it the Bison? Is what that's called, which is incredibly annoying, but very effective at spamming. I try to get a passive gun up. I'm gonna try to climb here. I'm asking for help, but no one's coming here. And I was like, oh well, I'll just leave because I can't fight him, so maybe I can get through the other side. But then the engineer's there at exactly the perfect time as they start to re-push back onto the point. So they're going to be pushing back onto the point. They only have 3 seconds left before they get it, and this is going to go down in their favor here. And they're going to go up 2-0 starting out, and this is a best of 4 situation. So they won those points, and they weren't really close. Like I mean, even though we got some time on point, it was definitely not that contested of a game. And so we just we need to. I'm kind of yelling at the team to some degree. I'm like, we need to change something. We need to do something differently because what we're doing is not working. And so we decided to play much heavier inside the pool. You can see a bunch of my teammates going in there. Decide to put up an entrance and then a sentry gun. And you can see here, nobody didn't spot anybody on my point. My team's currently in that pool side, really controlling. Look at that control and pool. Get a backside tele, because see, the enemy team's right there. So this will catch anybody who's trying to run away to that med pack. In that pool control that the team switched off to, I shouldn't say that was my idea. I don't know whose idea it was to do that. Where it ends up working out really well. So now I have a dispenser up. I have a gun up on point. I'm getting a teleporter up. I'm already starting to rebuild this dispenser up to a level 2. Like, things are looking very good for us. And already getting that up to a level 2, which will be very useful for myself, but also for my team. And also, now that the buildings build so slowly, it's good to try to hit them as much as you can because they build so goddamn slowly. This sentry gun on point, my favorite sentry gun spot on this map is to get it inside of the pool area, but we were having a hard time with that. I see the medic here, get some extra damage onto him, and just, again, try to surf away the best I can to get healed. Should get a gun down right away because my one went down on point. And when you can, you always want to get a gun down. Whenever you're in a call, it's always about keeping a gun down. Even if it's not the best gun in the world, just get something down. And like that situation helped get them out. We're going to be able to push the scout here. My combo, again, rotating into pool. Clearing that out, I'm going to put down a passive gun and then probably rotate back over. Because if my combo's in pool, I don't need to hold in pool as well. I should hold away from my combo generally. I'm kind of playing the flank side. So I'm going to get a gun down on point here. Run into the pyro. Again, just don't take that fight. Try to run away. Fortunately, the spy's in a very nice spot. Takes me out when I was trying to run away. But I made the correct choice again. So I'm getting kind of off of that tilt of getting myself in bad situations. I'm trying to get out of fights which are not good. Especially when you control the point again. When you control the point, you're going to have spawns which are twice as long, so it's really important that you only take good fights. So here we're coming in, a minute 30 off the clock so far. We're doing a great job. We're controlling inside, our combos holding inside a pool. It seems to be working out really well, really countering what they want to do. This sentry spot's really good because it can well, it can be really good, but it actually shoots into pool area, and it's kind of this weird spot that can be hard to see here. So you can see the heavy taking a decent amount of damage. But now we already have 2 minutes off the clock, and we're looking really good. So right now, I think we're just looking to keep Drake alive. We have a couple people down, and I think we're just going to kind of regroup and then re-push back out onto the point. Again, that sentry gun, because it's kind of hidden, it kind of keeps up pretty well. And so my sentry gun's still alive, but it's just doing that little poke damage, and it's scaring people from crossing the point. So I got to be careful here not to get too aggressive. I got my soldier with me, so I decided to get a little bit more aggressive. See the demo here, and they do a nice job of kind of pinching that area and killing me. I probably got a little bit overextended, and I got to be aware of that because that's one thing they did a good job of kind of pinching from the point and taking control pool. But either way, we're doing a good job of pushing back onto the point. We lose our sniper there from the spy, but we got at least some cap time, and I'm going to come up poolside here because my combo's on the point itself. So again, that engineer, he's going to play pool pretty much the entire game, a very passive pool play style. But we recapture the point, and it's going to put it back onto them to be able to do something, get dispenser up. And then what am I going to do? Probably get a gun on point? Yeah. And then I see them, and didn't know the combo was there, totally got caught off guard. But at least my gun's going to get us some damage here. But yeah, that was not too great of a death to take. Probably should have played it, maybe been a bit, not necessarily more aware, but maybe just like taking better routes, like not ran through sections I didn't know where people were or something like that. So they recaptured the point pretty quickly, but again, they have to, next time we capture the point, we're in a really good spot because they're only going to have 28 seconds to have to defend. So here we come back onto the point. I'm going to put in that cheeky spot. Again, they like to play a lot of people in pool if we're not having our combo in pool, but again, it's also just one of those spots, it's hard to destroy. It's an annoying. It shoots people who are coming across the point. So I remember I actually told Day Knife to stab the heavy because like I'm going to push into him. And that's one of those little moments when you can work with your spine that way to be like, all right, I'm going to get really aggressive, like overly aggressive, so that's going to force the heavy to look at me. It's pretty much always a good thing. I probably could get a better sentry gun spot, but I think, yeah, so I'm going to do that right now. 10 seconds left on the clock. I should do that. Should get down a better sentry gun. But just try to kill the people trying to run onto the point here. I probably should have got a better sentry spot, so it looks like I'm not going to do that. It doesn't matter, because we're going to be able to take this down, as it's just the engineer there. And after 2 rounds of just getting dominated, we're able to sneak one back off them. And that was actually a pretty dominant round by us. I mean, they got some time, but we pretty much controlled the pace of that game. So I'm going to do the same rollout again. Entrance down, restock up, and then push back out onto the point with 200 ammo. Which, getting a dispenser up on this map is pretty important. Like, it's pretty important to get a dispenser down on this. So get a passive sentry gun right away, get a dispenser up. They didn't seem to be focusing my dispenser too much, except for the spy right there, which is annoying, to say the least, to have a spy destroy your dispenser like whenever you want to. So at least does tell me where the spy is. He's going to be probably out on our bats. So just try to be aware of that. Let my team know that information. Get a gun on point to protect me. I like to stand on the gun sometimes like this because, you know, they come around the corner and instantly have 2 things shooting them. So able to get this, grab the ammo, and then I should go build up a dispenser first, and then probably get something else up. So I'm controlling the point, kind of peeking. That's one of the things too, is like sometimes I'll just peek for the sniper. Like I'll try to see if I can get an answer of where the sniper is. Go grab the med pack here. And I'm gonna put up again a kind of a passive sentry gun spot here, but it'll shoot that angle right there. So I'm gonna try to bait people into it by holding into that kind of little nook. Dispenser up, yeah, but the dispenser is very important on this map just because like there's no ammo basically. So your classes in this dispenser spot is also good because it kind of meets your flank. It kind of hits your flank classes, and your combo classes can easily get to it. Versus if you have it directly behind Obelisk, which is not wrong. But there I am. I'm kind of just sneaking to see if I can get a play on the medic because nobody's watching that angle. But we're doing such a good job of pushing across the point. I want to get really aggressive. Sometimes I do enjoy being the first one to like the front lines here and like trying to create space for my team. Because it's like taking my death is not as big of a deal as like losing your demo or something like that. And so if I see my team getting aggressive, I love. Also, if I don't feel like my team, our team can sometimes be a little bit passive, and so sometimes just like seeing somebody else get forward prompts you to get forward as well. So that's one of the other reasons I like to get forward. So my gun is down. Put a gun back up. We got a scout behind us who does get a kill, sadly, onto us here. But that med does get popped up. But I can already see them leaving, so this is the stuff I'm calming. I'm letting my team know that they're out of the fight. There's this spy. I'm going to try to pick up that ammo to see if he's dead for sure. And I don't know if he was. There, I believe that means he was because I think it went to 32. I'm not sure, actually. I think I might have already been at 32. It doesn't matter. But we're going to get our gun up. We have enough ammo to put this up to level 3, so no real reason not to. Wait a second to get it back up to 200. I could build up the teleporter here. It really would not be that bad of an idea, but the point's already being contested, and I just want to make sure I get the extra damage out there. And so one of the reasons I like pistol is because it's just an extra way to get out damage. I don't find I put myself in positions to, to do damage with the Wrangler too much. And so I find that the pistol to be a little bit better in that way, that it just allows you to get that extra DPS. So again, get that passive gun up. This dispenser now incredibly useful, keeping your team alive. I mean, being an engineer, like a good engineer on this map, is like just one of the little ways that you can just help your team win games. Because if you have a teleporter up and you have a good dispenser up, you know, like you're gonna help your team so much in controlling that point. and keeping people alive, keeping their ammo up. I mean, it is actually really important on this map in particular, but so many different ones. Short Circuit is also good. As I said, I just wasn't... I try to run it, but as you saw, like, I wasn't finding it to great effect. And so it's like, that's the important thing, is to not try to use, like, not force yourself into a secondary that you're not using. Like, if you don't use Wrangler, use pistol. If you don't use your pistol, then use Wrangler. If you're not using, pistol, then use Short Circuit. Like, find something that works for you and use that. Like, understand why you're using it, but use what is correct. So I get a really aggressive teleport spot up there. With such little time left, I thought it might be useful. I think it's ultimately going to be the incorrect decision here to have that aggressive teleporter. But they try to use an Uber to get onto our medic. Fortunately, gun helped kill that scout. See the gun in here? You can see that's also, like, I kind of like that hold style by the engineer, though. I mean, it's incredibly annoying, to play against, but it's incredibly effective, because if I can't push that engineer when he has that passive sentry gun up. Because if I push into him, I'm going to die, because I have to focus two different things. So, really, I've never seen an engineer play like that inside of Pool, but it worked out really well for him to some degree here. So, we recapture the point, 35 seconds left in the clock. I die instantly coming out of the teleporter, which kind of sucked. But they recap it, but still we're in a very good spot, that we did just lose our medic. So here we go. I'm going to get my teleporter up because, again, teleporter is just incredibly useful. No reason not to. We're about to... I think we're kind of recapturing the point right now. So I figure since we're going to recap the point for free, I'm not really worried about being on the front line. And I'd rather just get my teleporter up for the final 28 seconds here. Especially because it's so aggressive that maybe it'll help us out to get that final push in here. So they do get forced off. Our medic doesn't have Uber because he did go down. I'm going to try to get a sneaky spot here, but I can't seem to get it down. And that honestly was probably a mistake. Right there, is because once I didn't get it up right away, I'm now doing nothing for, like, a few seconds, but those few seconds are invaluable because they're pushing onto us, so either way, my teleporter goes down because it's incredibly obvious where it was, versus if it was a little bit sneakier. So that's why I think it was kind of a mistake to have that aggressive teleporter. I go down to a snipe, but fortunately the sniper gets traded for, and we still have 30 seconds to push on to this point, but every trade we're getting right now is so incredibly valuable to us because our respawns are faster. I'm teleporting in spawn by using my, I'm switching loadouts. And so when you switch a loadout, even if it's to the exact same loadout, you can have a setting to make it so that it respawns you. It forces a respawn. I really don't know why I'm putting up a teleporter in this situation. It's incredibly fucking pointless. That was a very bad decision by me. I'm waiting to be in a better spot to kill the Angie there. No need to force it. I want to get as close to him as possible, get a kill on him, get my teleporter up. But ultimately, we win the round, and we're able to claw it back here 2-2. Definitely a little bit of a closer round here, but after those first two rounds, we're looking incredibly good. Definitely have momentum on our side. So coming out to the third round here, doing the exact same thing, get the entrance down, force a respawn, get a gun down and dispenser down. I mean, it's been working, so why not just keep at it? Soldier's going to bomb behind us. He's been doing that a lot. Scout also tries to get behind us, but my passive gun is at least able to try to make him think twice about that. And able to help take down the soldier, which is good, and I believe the spy is there as well. And one of the things I look for whenever a spy dies is always look at your gun. If your gun gets a kill or an assist on the spy death, then the spy was dead for sure. If you did not get one, if it stays at 0-0 or whatever it was at, then the spy didn't die. So that's one of the things that I call out that's really important to call out, is whenever you see the spy die to your gun, call out either it was a dead ringer or he was a confirmed death. Even if people are, like, pretty sure, like, it's a way for you to, it's a 100% definitive way to say spy's still alive or spy died for sure. Which is one of those things I also say, like, for sure, because I want my team to not, like, doubt me at all. Like, nope, he definitely died there. So I decide not to go to a respawn to get extra stuff because I do have dispenser on the front lines I can easily get ammo from. And we are still getting a couple kills in our favor here. So I'm going to get a gun up, again, kind of in this spot to cover the pool area. And we're getting a decent amount of damage. And I have a decent amount of ammo here, so I'm going to try to get this up to a level 2. Because level 2 also, kind of, every engineer building from a level 1 to level 2 makes a huge difference in how fast it heals. So level 1 teleporter, it's 10 seconds. Level 2 is 5 seconds between. Healing between a level 1 and level 2 is like huge as well. It's a big difference in how fast it heals. So it's a really big deal to get that up. You don't have to, level 2 to level 3 isn't as important, but till level 1 is pretty important. So right now I'm just kind of peeking sight lines. I'm kind of peeking different stuff, letting my team where I see stuff. So they're pushing in here. I actually yelled at Jesus to get out of there. Fortunately, was not able to get out in time. The scout chased him down. But my gun's doing a decent amount of work. My teleport does get taken out there. But try to poke the point here. See the medic, get some nice damage out onto him. But mostly keeping alive. I get grabbed here. Going to put down a gun. But the thing that we're able to do here is we're actually able to defend the point. Particularly when we killed their demo man. You kind of got to know who their carries are and who their players are the big deal. So whenever we killed their sniper, you know, killing a sniper in Highlander pretty much prompts, like, get aggressive because you no longer have to worry about sight lines. Nice bomb there by the soldier taking down a medic. But their demo man, again, their demo man was such a critically important player on the team. Is anytime they killed their demo man, like, that also would prompt aggression out of our team because if we killed their carry, like, you get aggressive because their carry is down. So I'm able to grab the med pack here, and right now I'm just going to try to stay alive as long as possible in this little fight. Going to just try to kind of mess with them because the more they're distracted with me, that means the more they're not doing other stuff. So going to get in a little fight here underneath the water and actually win it between me and the engineer. And then actually the soldiers, for some reason, actually lets me get alive there. But really nice rocket here. I almost lived down to 27 HP. That sucks that he lived, but I enjoyed that, as you can see in the chat there, winning that 1v1 in the water. So there we go. Recapture the point, but still, we're about a minute and 20 seconds up, which is a pretty big deal in KOF maps here. We're just trying to regroup because they have people on our bats and just try to get a good push out. They do take down our sniper, which does suck a lot, so it's going to kind of work against us here. But we killed their demo, who is overextended for no particular reason. That was a really bad death for the demo to take in that situation. So that's going to prompt us to get aggressive here as we're going to start to push across the point. The sniper is starting to back up there. I'm calling that out. I see the medic there, and I try to jump for the medic, but I mean, like, I'm not going to get that kill. There's a revved up heavy between me and the medic. That was a bad death for me to take. When I could be sneaking time here, really, really bad death for me to take. I should have played that much more passively. I just saw a milked medic, and I just saw, you know, frayed clip video in my eyes, but that's one of the things I still have a hard time with at times is learning to, like, when I should back up and when I should not be going for those kills and stuff like that. Even to this day, I just have this instinctive nature to, like, want to get aggressive. And I think it'll ultimately work against me in this game. So here we go. Pushing across the point, helping my team capture it. But they pretty much evened out time, but 47 seconds left on the clock. If we hold it for anywhere near decent, we should be okay. So yeah, it's important that we defend this point. So see the engineer. Anytime I see someone trying to sneak time on here, killing the sniper, big deal. Big deal killing that sniper. That's almost worth a trade when you're controlling the point to kill a sniper. Because just sniper on this map can do so much work. But they're able to kind of sneak that capture point. And then soldier gets a nice 2k onto us, so he's down to 10 HP. So at least be able to get some here, as I think we should be able to push back on the point because they took a lot of deaths onto the flank. When you're, I mean, that's the thing is once that point comes back down in your favor, like, it's going to really help you out. I probably should just go through the teleporter here, but, you know, the level 3 teleporter can make a huge difference when it comes down to it, so. You know, the final seconds on a point, it's all about throwing your bodies on it, whichever side you're on, so. Gonna get a gun up here, get a one shot onto the engineer. Then I'm gonna get focused by the pyro, ultimately get taken down with the help of the scout. Which really sucks, but I got cap time, which is important. And hopefully we should be able to sneak this final cap, because now they have actually taken the lead in cap time. We're able to get it back on our side, but again, I now have a level 3 teleporter up when we're defending the point, which is going to matter a lot when it comes to these final suicides that they're going to do as we retake the point. This is going to be the final round of this half. So I see the spy here, able to get the kill. Pyro's going to push into me, get at least a gun down, like, even if I was going to die here. I just want to get my health back up. I'm okay. I'm kind of waiting for my team to call that they're doing stuff. Able to kill the scout who's trying to make a flank play. Now I'm just going to get aggressive on this point. They don't have a lot of people up. We popped the Uber charge. But now it's just about defending the point here. And there you go. We actually go from 0-2 to 3-2 in that first half there. So really nice job actually kind of coming back there in that first half. Because especially like to lose that much momentum and to like not even be close in the first 2 rounds. Like to have a pretty dominant force out of 92. Pretty big deal. Pretty big deal to come back there. So we'll go into the second half here. So we just did, let me get in here and play demo 2016-02-29. And there we go. So now the way the game works is we'll go into a second half. We need 1 round to win. There's my thumb. 1 round to win, or they need 2 rounds to win. So it's golden cap for us, so we need to win. And this is what it all comes down to, is this second half as my game crashes. Lovely. All right, we should be able to get this playing. Hopefully we can play it. Oh my god, I have an update. TF2, curse you. Oh wait, no, it's updating right away. Awesome, cool. All right, so we'll get into the second round right away here, guys. All right, let's hope that this is not just a demo that's going to crash every time, because that's going to make me sad. Because I think this demo, I want to see this demo because I don't feel like I played the best game I possibly could have. And I've already kind of seen a bunch of stuff that I want to change out of my aggression. So here we go. Second attempt. Demo review. Second half. Up 3-2 against 92. And there we are. All right, guys. We'll get back to it. So we're coming out here. Again, just need 1 round to win. And I actually kind of go against my normal style of rolling out. I actually decide just to roll out actually to this side. And I don't have enough ammo to put down a dispenser. And I don't know, I think that's a pretty important thing to or not put down a gun and a dispenser. I think the dispenser is really important on this map. So they don't tend to be playing people over here. So actually I end up just like sneaking behind them. And I'm like, all right, this is good. This is good. I got really... And so I think I make a mistake here because I'm smart enough not to just go for a frag. I'm actually waiting for my team because our medic actually, I believe, died in this opening bit. They rolled out poolside as well, which worked against us. So I'm waiting for my team. I'm listening to the comms. And I'm like, when are you guys going to go? And when are you guys going to go make a play? So there our medic dies. And I think this ultimately is going to work against us, trying to get a little bit too cheeky. So I grab some ammo. I'm going to put it to try to... I don't even put a gun. What am I doing? This is just bad. I mean, I kind of just needed to die in that situation more than anything else, but that was just bad. That was really bad decision making. Like, ultimately, it's good. I needed to die. I respawn here quickly. I'm going to be able to do a repush, but of the way I played that, I think I could have played that, like, at least decently, but put down a sentry gun earlier. Why did I wait so long to put down a sentry gun? Like, it wasn't going to stay alive. I don't know. Bad decision making. But here we go. At least help kill the pyros, plus 40 into us. Able to get onto this point. Soldiers bombing in, but he goes down. Scout, I believe that was a scout behind us. But we have a really nice push going on here. And we're able to retake the point, though they got a minute off of it already. So I'm going to probably put down a teleporter here. Yep. Put into the kind of aggressive, passive spot there. And just get myself healed up, as the scout is still behind us. So let's see, I want to grab the gun. There we go. I'm going to put it up. That's one of the other spots. I don't like that spot as much because it goes down pretty easily. The scout tries to capitalize off that. Unfortunately for him, I have moderately decent aim. And so I'm able to win that fight with the help of my pyro. Want to get, again, the dispenser up to a level 2. I believe that is a very important thing to have happen. Gun still up. I'm going to probably knock it just to get it to full health here. And then run back and get some ammo as my combo's currently holding inside of the pool area. And we're starting to even out the time here. So it sounds like the scout is on the point. I decided to get the teleporter up here, which is not a bad idea either. So far I'm okay with everything that's going on. It looks like the soldier jumped behind us or something. Or no, the demo did. The demo tried to go for a suicide wave as well as the soldier and the pyro. The heavy's here. I'm going to do the same thing, I think, to tell Day Knife to stab the heavy. And then the medic's going to run away. I decided to keep my life as more important than to chase the medic there, but you know, might not have been a bad idea to try to chase the medic, as Fusion, our scout, was not able to secure the kill. But here I'm back, able to get us back up, and I'm like, all right, well, I got we have some downtime before they push, so might as well get this back up. But I think it's better just to keep it 200. Like, I'm gonna build my gun to level 3. I'd rather hit it and then be restocked to 200. But here they're coming out through this main side. Just trying to get some poke damage, but actually our Pyro gets a kill on the medic. Really nice job there by DJ. Doing a little sneaky play, killing the medic. That was really cheeky. So the soldier comes in, gets a force off on our medic, unfortunately there. Where's my gun right now? My gun, I believe, is on point. Get this up to level 3. Yeah, it's covering point. So where did we go wrong at this point? So get my teleporter up. No reason not to. So alright, we're looking really good here to win this game. Soldier goes down, but they get a really good push into that pool area. They take down our medic, scout, pyro, and heavy. And I'm just trying to, they're only having like really light damage to my gun, so I'm just trying to be a little bit cheeky there and keep it alive. But that probably might have almost been a mistake, but I probably should just ran back to spawn here and got back up to full health and get, because then I had to come back also with full ammo. There's no real reason for me to keep super aggressive in this situation. So I called a combo going into pool. Again, they're not doing a good job of just running my dispenser, which is a very nice thing for me. But able to get a gun up here and able to get myself restocked. So I guess it didn't matter that I didn't go back to spawn. I'm trying to see if I can get an entrance, like try to get a cute frag onto the medic, but just kind of poking them. That's like exactly what you want to do. I think that's exactly this place I like to have. Is like just a little bit of aggression to see if I can find like an entry, you know, to see if I can make a play, but don't force it. Don't force a play to be made if you can't get it. So my gun is going down very quickly here, but able to keep it back up. But we only need to keep 30 seconds left on the clock. So right now I'm just trying to sneak some cap time. I see that sniper, but just trying to juke here. And maybe I probably should have backed up there, but you know, it's dying in this situation isn't the worst thing in the world. Because again, we're gonna have that fast respawn. I have a level 3 teleporter up, so it shouldn't matter that much. And I got a decent amount of cap time, though. Those extra couple ticks of cap I don't think matter as much. So gonna get a gun down. Should be one right away here. Oh, God, that big ammo pack, man. But we seem to be struggling to get some entry frags here. But able to get his kill on the scout. They're all in the pool area, so that gun might be able to do some work here. And I probably should just try to sneak some cap time in this situation. But we're just kind of bleeding players. I'm going to switch this off to quick fix, but now we're in a kind of a tough spot. We have not captured the point in quite a while. Get again the gun in the kind of cheeky spot, but the Devilman also is kind of realizing this. He's kind of forcing out. We do get the Uber popped off. They're not playing anybody on this side, so I put it on the opposite side. Like, why not just run through? Catch some exit frags here, but the medic actually wisely decides to back up. And if I won this 1v1, that actually would have made a huge, huge deal right now. Because I would not only killed the scout, but I would have been behind them, and they would have had to dealt with me, which would have mattered a lot. So losing that, this is like when your DM matters the most in those really clutch situations. And I think we probably we end up losing this round, but I think we would have won that round if I won that 1v1. So there we go. They do a good job. They end up having that really good pool hold that we just were never able to break. And I think the way that we should have handled it is pushing across the point to the far left-hand side, and kind of gone from there. I'm also putting my teleport up on the left-hand side instead of the right-hand side. I'm not sure how much of a difference that's making, but we'll find out here as we go into the final round here, tied up 3-3. Get a gun up right away rather than a dispenser. Able to grab the ammo pack, though. And should be going for a dispenser again right away. But they're going for the pool hold now, and we'll see. That seems to be working out well for them as they lose that fight against the scout, though he does get backstabbed, fortunately. That's the other thing, too, is when you're putting down sentry guns, like, once you start to become a little bit predictable, like, the Demoman and the people will go out of their way to destroy them very quickly. So it's good to, like, try to mix up your where you're putting up your sentry guns and stuff like that, because, you know, it's all about the little mind games when it comes to this stuff. So get a nice kill onto the soldier who's a little bit overextended here. I'm going to put a teleport up on the opposite side now. We'll see if that helps out my team at all. Spy tries to make a play on me and not able to get it. Then going to put a gun in the same spot. No Devilman take it out, so it's going to be a little bit more useful. And that's kind of double damage you can do with the pistol and the mini. Get twice the DPS out. Barely escaped with my life here. I need to get down to dispenser. There we go. I'm playing really a bit aggressively here, but I want to get cap time out. I probably should have just backed up a little bit more. I didn't need to stay that that far forward with 5 HP. I don't think that was worthwhile. Because, I mean, just anything touches you and you're going to die. So they're kind of able to reestablish themselves on the point there, though we have a very close to getting this cap. But I can at least try to get my teleporter up here. And then I might go all the way to a level 3. And that was a fuck up right there. Because, so as soon as you upgrade your teleporter, if it was about to teleport someone, it stops. So it's better to stop upgrading, let the person take it, and then finish off your upgrade. So Spy's there. I think I'm able to kill him, or the heavy was. And actually, I didn't even realize, I didn't even get that up to level 3. I actually fucked up on that. So poke the medic there. Help the gun get down. I want to try to push the soldier out because he's really caught out in that situation. My pyro didn't follow me up, which is probably good that the soldier didn't stay because I would have died. I thought the pyro was going to stick with me. There you go. Get that all the way up. But it's important now that I get my dispenser, my dispenser in gun up. So I get a gun in kind of one of those cute cubby spots. But I decided not to put up a dispenser because I know that's probably gonna get destroyed, so I want to put up another gun. So playing out of this cubby spot, they push Uber across the point. Right now, it's just important about we actually have that's a really nice Uber out of us. We should be able to get a lot of frags out of this. And it might have been more important for me to focus the medic in that situation rather than the pyro. Really nice snipe there out of Jesus, our sniper. Now they're capturing the point. We really need to defend this. They're getting way too much free cap time. Passive gun ends up working out in the favor. Get a dispenser up right away. Hit that to just build it up quickly because dispenser is very important in this situation as we're about to even out the time here. And wisely go back to get our heals up. We're not going to make the same mistake of going too far forward without heals, and just kind of peeking the point. Heavy's right around that side. I don't want to push too far forward because I'm also going to die to that heavy. But just trying to peek to get out some extra damage onto people. Overextending a little bit, but fortunately doesn't get punished. I don't get punished for it. Because Jesus gets a snipe onto the onto the heavy there. So he gets back up. Again, trying to get the level 2 dispenser up. But the spy is actually going to be on my teleporter and takes it down. That mofo.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
So here we come in. We've now taken the lead on time. I have a dispenser up. I kind of been mixed about upgrading it because if I upgrade it, that's going to give me less ammo, and I want to try to keep 200 ammo. I get my gun into the same spot it usually is because the combo's holding it inside a pool, so let's just shoot them as they try to come out of pool. They lose their heavy currently. 40 seconds left on the clock. Tied game. Everything on the line. Spy goes out of his way to set my gun. And I try to kill him rather than try to unset my gun, which probably would have been the more correct play. And then a nice play there by the engineer to run around the point to take me out. So we just used our Uber, but now they're going to have a really good counter Uber because they milked theirs really well. And my exit gets taken out as well, which sucks.
Dispenser down.
So 18 seconds left in the clock. We basically need to capture the point one time, and we're going to be in a really good spot. We just lost our sniper, and I think we're just kind of waiting to... We just need like one good push, and we'll win this game. I just decided to get a teleporter up for the sake of getting a teleporter up. I can grab ammo, and then we come into a pause here. So I think, let's see here. We're just going to wait. I'm going to just wait for this pause to get... I'm not sure how long it stays paused. As we're just joking in chat. There we go. So it gets unpaused. I forget what the reasoning was for that. Gonna build up a gun here. So this is a really big embarrassment by me. Is my exit gets sapped, which is right fucking next to me, and I am not paying attention for the spy. Huge mistake by me. Colossal. I mean, basics. Like, the spy is right. He just told me where he was. He just sapped my freaking exit. So not being there, he takes out my gun as well. So he takes out not only our exit, but, you know, this. So now I'm pushing up from this side, and I don't know if this is working against me. I'm playing a lot more from this side this game. So I'm not sure if that's going to work for or against me. 10 seconds left on the clock. Here comes the spy. I'm able to win that 1v1. I grab his ammo, so he's definitely dead. Pushing back onto the point here. 4 seconds left on the clock. They pop Uber. We counter pop. We run onto the point. Their Delman's getting out. We should be able to capture this. I'm going to get a forward sentry gun here. See the medic a little bit caught out here. Not able to connect enough to kill the medic, but also probably shouldn't push forward there. Our heavy is able to kill the demo, which is a big deal, as well as the medic, but he goes down. Only 3 players alive on our team, and this is not looking good as they're going to all cycle onto the point. We didn't even get the capture point down. I don't have a teleporter up. I don't have a gun up. And ultimately, we're going to lose here 4-3, and just a devastating loss, a very frustrating loss, because I feel like in a lot of ways, we definitely could have won that, as my TF2 crashes again. So yeah, incredibly close matchup. I mean, especially given the fact that a lot of people have these guys decently rated above us. I think we had a lot of opportunities to win that game, and I think our team sometimes struggles when it comes down to those clutch decisions. And I think ultimately, making sure that I think I mixed up my playstyle, but I don't think it worked in that second half. But was an incredibly fun and great game to play. I think in particular, the notes that I need to come away from that is to maybe change up my playstyle once it's not working. I mean, but I only had 2 rounds to go off of to change up my playstyle. But I think more importantly is to make sure that I'm using smart aggression, is to poke and to stab when I have the chance to stab, but not to force a situation. And I think there's a couple key moments where I forced a situation where I didn't need to. And I think that ultimately worked against me. So that was our game. We ended up losing. Really sucked, but was an incredibly close game, I think. And hopefully, guys, you liked it and were able to get something out of it from my demo review. So thank you guys so much.